of course, is on this platform here on K24. She hosts the show Arena 254 with Tony Wirigi. And also she's on Milele on the Drive Show, right?
Shokonki.
Shokonki, yes. I'm speaking about the one and only Miss Aisha Wanjiku. How you doing, Aisha?
Wagon! Top of the morning.
Top of the morning, my dear. I love your shoes. Did I just tell you I love your shoes?
Thank you.
Honey, I like the lashes. You just came with it.
The vibe.
Yes, you're an entire vibe.
Thank
Swahili
you,
chako, Kizungu chako.
Na hata sijaanza Kiswahili jamani.
Hata sijui ukianza mimi sijui tutaendelea ama tutageuza hivi, lakini either way, Aisha, I'm happy you're here today.
Thank you for having me as well.
No, we are happy to have you. We were also supposed to have her co-host on Milele on the Shokonki, that is Mulamwa, but he's not yet here. But we'll begin with Aisha because, I mean, she has the heat, so she will bring the heat. If there's any question you would like to ask Aisha Wanjiku, she is here. Please do. Send in those messages, SMSs. You know, you can also send in your WhatsApp, you know, messages on Facebook and, of course, on X. Our handles are right there on your screens. On Facebook, our handle is at K24TV. On X, at K24TV. And, of course, our WhatsApp line right there on your screens. Like I mentioned, if you could ask Aisha Wanjiku or Mulamwa one question, what would that be? Make sure you just feel free. You know, Aisha is here. If you have a crush on Aisha, tell her you have a crush. If you have, you know, questions that are burning to, you know, you're burning to ask her, please do. But before we begin the show, of course, we always like to tell you of some good things and some good vibes for you and your family, you know, your colleagues, corporate, whatever it is. And we're speaking about the Stanchart Marathon, which will be held on the 27th of October, 2024. On the Southern Bypass Road, starting from Uhuru Gardens. Now, it's an activity that involves raising funds to ensure equality and, of course, promote the economic integration of the new generation. So what we're going to have this year is 23,000 runners. That is the aim, rather, to register that number. And the event will feature 7 races, 42 kilometers male and female, 21 kilometers male and female, 21 kilometers wheelchair male and female, 10 kilometers male and female, 10 kilometers CEO challenge, 5 kilometers family fun race, and the corporate relay challenge. So it's a whole good vibe, you know. I know most of you are onto it. So if it's something that, of course, you've been doing from year to year, this is, of course, going to be the 21st edition. So you're so welcome to lock that date in your minds. That is the 27th of October, 2024. And come with your friends, your families. You know, just come and chill and have a good time while, you know, being part of a good cause. So we'll, of course, we'll tell you more and grab a copy of the People Daily. You'll also get more information on there. Aisha.
I feel like I should have helped you that mention because you're doing the same on radio.
Girl, why am I hosting this show alone and you're here?
We could have done it together. Like, for more information, make sure you visit www.nairobimarathon.com.
There you go. That is why she's here. That is why she's Aisha Wanjiku. Aisha, how is it feeling? How's the drive show going, by the way?
The Shokonki.
Yes,
So we have 4 shows on Milele FM, right? On Radio Milele.
Yeah.
So we have breakfast right now with Luchivia and Wilbroda. And then we have Milele Mid-Morning with Marcy and Makwaka. And then we have Shokonki with Aisha and Mulamwa. And then we have Milele Drive.
I see.
Yeah, with MCA Tricky and Caroline Mkamburi.
Got you.
Yeah.
So what's the vibe? What do we usually get from you and Mulamwa, like when we're listening in and stuff like that?
Okay, so for this particular slot, ni entertainment, it just matters entertainment, right? And we also have, so first hour is just the listeners logging in. Kwa hivyo wasikilizaji wana login alafu unaingiza wengine wengi tu sana. So you log in and then like, okay, so nataka kuingiza Remy, you know, Brenda, Eddie. So that is what happens. It's the first hour. Okay. And then the second hour, we take a look at what is trending on the social media streets. So that is what we call Mitandaoni. The third hour, that is when we have it's vibes hour. So it's topic of the day and conversation of the day. Okay. And then the fourth hour, you know, we wrap up on the conversation that we started the previous hour. And then tunasindikizana as well.
I see.
Yeah.
You know, I watched a clip of you and Mulamwa na alikuwa nakuuliza kama umewahi fungwa jela for any reason.
For some reason, no.
No, it's
Which
good.
is a good thing.
It's a good,
right?
not for some reason, no. Like, it's a good thing because he's giving this insane example. I was like, wow. Like, yeah, I mean, if you've lived well, things have happened, right?
Goodness, and I've lived extremely well as a baddie.
Hey, girl.
I was a baddie.
I see you.
But a very careful one, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever been arrested as well?
No.
Oh, you see?
Yeah.
But you've lived life.
I have lived life.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm happy to say I've lived life, but I've not gone to that extreme, you know.
For me as well.
Yeah. So there's a good thing happening. But what is one of the most like amazing things you feel? You know, being on radio is a rush. There's a feeling. You know, when you have those moments, you can't miss them. So what's that for you?
So, as a girl who just likes to sit down and be pretty and just do my
like
job.
Your realness.
You see, like on TV, it's different from radio.
Yeah.
Because with radio, there's a whole clock that I have to run. I'm in charge of that. And then they show you all the properties that you're not supposed to like miss for one reason or the other. So ads are supposed to run at the exact time. News is supposed to run at the same time. So kuna zile vitu ambazo wazezi kukosa. Manake unajua kama msikilizaji, kama imetimia saa 10 kamili, lazima unatarajia kusikiza news. Ndio, habari, pata habari za milele. So those are some of the things like you really have to you're on clock, right?
I see.
Yeah.
So it can be 1 minute less, 1 minute before.
Yeah,
like it just has to be on.
Exactly. So minus 1 plus 1, that is good. And it's a bit challenging, right? Because I have to run everything. And you see, I'm coming from a place where I've done TV for 8 years. Everything is being run from gallery, yeah? And you have an earpiece. Like I almost carried an earpiece today.
I know,
but then I forgot I'm a guest.
It's the practice of the trade. I mean, we could swap. Like I could come sit there and you could come sit. I mean, it's such a common thing. And also, it feels very, I always say this, different when you're interviewing a fellow
media
personality because you almost know. Like, you know, like, yeah, Remy may ask me this, she may say that, we may go this particular direction. But actually, you've come a long way, my dear.
Thank you.
And you're now a household name. You know, and you've done so many productions. You're a darling of the screen. And how has that journey been?
So one thing that I realized, especially when I was starting out and going for so many auditions, confidence. Like you might have it on you and in you rather. Like by the time unaona hizi cameras, you're like, whew, you just panic. You panic each and every time. So I used to tell people, okay, people who know me so well, like, you know how you take like a bit of liquor for liquid courage? Yeah. That doesn't work. Guys, it doesn't work at all.
But it's true. It's true.
You just have to find it in you. Cynthia, is this your normal energy that you realize that is what you have to channel rather? So after I realized, okay, and auditions, lakini hakuna callbacks, you know, it becomes a bit frustrating.
I see.
So, and the good way is how to practice is just by watching, like right now, you just watch Remy. You know, Remy is on from 8 to 9 on K24 each and every day, you know, Monday to Friday. And then you just pick up on things.
Yeah. I think we did that a lot. Like also when you're coming up, I had a few, you know, presenters I looked up to and I was like, yeah, I want to be like her. She's such a vibe. She knows how to, you know, go in when there's pressure and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But when did that imposter feeling leave you? And you're like, I'm Aisha. Like no one can do it like I do.
Okay. I think when I got my first call back.
Which is when?
2016. Actually 2015. 2015 towards the end of the year. This was the time where Chero was moving from ECAV to Straight Up. So there was a blank. They wanted a co-host for Mike Makori. And the fact that I was among the last 4 candidates and my episode went viral because at that time I was very big on socials, on Twitter before it became X, right? So they were impressed. They're like, okay, uni nani? And she's coming with the social media traffic, right? So it just took a leap of faith. So the next year, 2016, that's when they were auditioning for the presenter. So I went and I made it for, you know, the first cut out of 3,000 people that auditioned. Was big. I remember so like, okay, this is going somewhere. And this is just me putting down the liquor and not having liquid courage. Like, I just need to be myself, right? Yeah. And that gave me courage to now go back and I'm like, okay, so see, same kind of database. That's how I ended up now getting the morning show there.
I see. Yeah. I see.
Yeah.
And you've done so much.
Thank you, Remy.
You know, from that time to, of course, now.
Thank
you. You know, I love that you passed on your talent to your son.
Who
is an award-winning actor, by the way. 11 years old, right? Or am I 12 now?
We're getting into the teen age this year.
Oh, girl, I'm there. Like
Tuneza
Kwana pointers. I have 13 and 7.
How is it?
It's different. Like he's more the oldest is very confident, and he wants particular things. He's a techie, brainy kind of personality.
Yeah.
So I always find myself like he's like I want to do this or I want to do that. You know.
Yeah.
So it scares me because he's still a teenager. There are days I want to like strangle him, and then there are days I'm like, oh my lovely boy.
Please come here.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
So how is it for you? How has it been? And how did you train him into that?
You know, I didn't actually train him. Mimi nakwambia yani shida unaweza kupitia maishani.
That is, I like that.
No, honestly, that is when God opens up the biggest doors for you, right? Kwa sababu ilianza na, you see, I got pregnant when I was 20. And things were not happening for me kwa sababu nimesoma media na niko Mombasa. Sindio?
Yeah.
So nika decide, I just pack my bags and come to Nairobi because HQ ziko hapa. If I need something going on for me, right? When I packed my bags at 21, Lama was 1 year old. So I came with him to Nairobi. Haya, ndo nimekuja, sina kazi, naanza kutafuta, sina pesa hata kuandika mfanyikazi. So what will I automatically do? For each and every audition I used to go to, I had to carry him on my waist, you know, together tungeenda. So until one day, for a certain audition, they're like, by this audition umtoi. I'm like, sima umchukue. So that's when he got like his first ad. Right? Nice. So it just, because I used to go to auditions, so he see cameras, if it's voice acting, he sees microphones, and automatically
he is who he is right now. And he learned it literally on the tray. That is amazing.
Yeah, on the go.
On the go, yes. Wow. Like that's inspiring, Aisha. I love your realness on that, because most of the time, like, whatever they see, they copy. Whatever they see, they do.
It's true.
You know, so that's quite like, you know, a beautiful story of, you know, whatever struggle you had, it now triumph. Because you're looking at him like he's also raking in some, you know, money. You know, this dude is gonna be bringing in, you know, some things from when he's very young.
And he does for himself. Yes.
Right, that is so awesome. Now, like I said, Aisha has a co-host.
I do.
And he is very popular. Namjua. And finally, Mulama Mambo,
poa sana
he's
sasa.
Here.
Hi guys.
How are you doing?
Nairobi.
Ngoja najua issue yako Remi. Hebu mbona hujashika simu zangu sasa asubuhi?
Nilikuwa nimedunga, nilijua utanipigia. Barabara ilikuwa imeshika kidogo but finally.
Ulikuwa unatufanya tukue na hata taka hapa.
Siwezi kosa kufika. Unajua chopa yangu asubuhi kidogo ilisumbua cold start.
Lakini leo kulikuwa na clear skies.
Haikuwa clear.
There were clear skies.
Skies were clear, but sasa ule rubani wangu ndo shida ya macho kidogo.
Oh, yuko short sighted.
Alafu ndege inazimazima sometimes.
Hana miwani. Hana miwani yu rubani.
Miwani haifanyi above sea level.
All right, like I mentioned, Mulamo is here. So if you have any questions, anything you're so curious to ask, he is here.
Yep.
Yeah, with Aisha. So Aisha was able to break down the show that you both do, and she's given it a very, you know, nice illustration of what happens to what time and all those controls. How is it when you're, you know, doing the show with him?
So working with her, it's quite easy because she has been in the industry for long, on TV, and I've been in my acting career for long. So we kind of just clicked. Somebody can think that we've been working together for years.
Lakini wanakubo, kuna kitu anakuboto kabisa. You're like, so you know you're being nice.
Ukisema na tunaenda sana ni tuko pamoja.
Kukula chakula yangu.
Uongo.
Wanakula chakula yako?
Sana.
Aisha.
But she's
unakula chakula yake?
She's fun to work with so much because she's very dynamic. She comes up with ideas each and every time. Na kila wakati kuna kitu kipya tu. Hata kama hakuna topic, she finds a way to come up with something na inakuwa very interactive.
Amazing.
Yes.
Amazing. And you, kuna kitu nakubona yeye? Ama yeye pia anakumbia chakula?
Leo niko na wewe hapa.
Uko na mimi hapa.
It's so fun, like consider vile tu amesema, you know, him, his career, his comedy career, and for me being on air as well, we just found it very easy. And I think also just being like the same age group, it's so easy.
Yeah.
Because kuna vitu atasema reference, and I already instantly know it as well. So we have our own internal jokes going on. That's how you know you actually
almost
blend
like
with
a
someone.
telepathy thing happening.
Yes.
Yeah, then hanging out together most of the times, maybe in shows, in other events, it also makes you click more.
I see.
So that chemistry comes naturally once you're on air.
And he's very intelligent.
No, I saw that because this guy, you know, you have a degree, in nursing.
Yes.
Right? You know, so this guy is learned, and I like the way you said about comedy na your degree. Lazima angalau ukue, you know, you're sharp in your mind, and so that you know what kind of contracts you're signing and stuff like that. Lakini unajua kuna wazazi wengine walipata heart attack Mulama sana when they saw that, you know, you have these papers, alafu you went into comedy, though it's making you a lot of money, you know, so ukiongea na other parents you might think it's obvious, but man, so you know how it is squeezy. Wazazi wengine bado wako na shida.
So mzazi ndio aliyekabidhi akasema kijana soma maliza nini, but unajua the more una grow, the more akili pia ina grow, the more opportunities zinapatikana. So si atika ulifanya tu nursing ustika hapo. If something presents itself, then you go for it. Hata saizi kitu kingine ikitokea, labda wanaweza niita nikuwe prime minister USA, naenda utangoja nini sasa, unaona? So the more you grow, the more the chances present themselves, the more you take them, unaendelea tu kugrow, unapata tu outgrow the spaces, outgrow the nursing space, umekuja media, unaweza outgrow sometime, maybe hata uingie politics or something else, ukue tu kitu kingine. So
but I definitely identify with that because I qualified for law. Then I told my dad I don't want to do this, it's not my passion, and then he allowed me to hustle to get into media. So
you represented yourself.
I represented myself, yes.
That's the only time you use the degree.
That is the only, oh my God. Well, I'm pursuing international relations right now at USIU, but like before I was supposed to do law, but I was like, Apo, Mimi, it's not my thing. So I had to take quite the journey because it was acting, I wanted to do it and other things. But kuna swali pale kutoka Peter Edwang, anasema, how did Mulamwa make it in life, and also how did he handle his social life from media? Uko na in-laws wengi. So anataka kujua
ni kujipanga tu. Then social media is like we can take it like a baby. So whatever you feed it, that's what it will grow into. So you should be very cautious with what you're putting out there. Yes, that's what I can tell the people, that whatever we put out there is what we want it to be there, and it has to have a representation, because hatuko pale kujibamba, tuko kazi. So ukiona most of the things mtu anaweka pale, labda anatega client ama ana work na client already. Unaona? So vile wanasemanga tu usimwage mtama sana. So you should control whatever you put out. Kitu una post inafaa ikuwe na effects. Inasaidiaje society, inakusaidiaje wewe, na itachange aje maisha yako na ya mwingine mwenye ana watch whatever you are doing. Whatever if your content fits all those, then you are doing the right thing. Tusikia tu clients wanakam nini itakuja, everything itaingia tu, itakuwa tu fluid, they'll just flow.
Okay, and you also have a large following, and you know, on socials, and you have people who you know, demand to know more of your life. So I see you balance it. Unawapatia hii lakini tena hawapati.
I do.
When did you get that, you know, inkling like I can't share some things, but they feel like you're sharing a lot of things?
Actually, I think it's when I got into the media space, right? But before that, remember I told you about my auditions and being one of the finalists on the ECAV as a co-host, as a possible co-host for Mike McCory, right? So before that, because my socials were buzzing, it's because, you know, you're just being reckless on socials, right? But then after I landed a job, I was like, okay, now I need to control and I can post until here. But sometimes I still have a little bit of that on X. X is just wild. I think X gives you the mandate to just be wild, right? So my personality that you see on X, that is me. Like, I'm 100% just a very crazy person. But then on Instagram and TikTok, like that is when I just, you know, I balance.
I'm 100% very crazy. Yeah, you with me.
Yeah, because X, you have to let your intrusive thoughts win automatically. Automatically.
Or people try you. People try you, like also a lot, like on social media, and especially on X.
I don't think so. On X, kama umezoea X vizuri, uko tu sawa. Someone who's new might be intimidated in that space. But when you say to msewa watu, because you see, before that, these are the same people we meet at events.
Yes.
So it becomes almost like a clique of watu tunajuana.
Personally.
So, so someone who comes at you, that's first of all a very random user, someone you've never interacted with before. But I feel most of the relationships on X are very personal. Like name to, always inaandikia ina tutachekea na event leo jioni.
Apana. Yeah, kama we ni keyboard like two. Kuja tuangaliane.
Yeah.
And there's another one here from King Ifrika who says, King Ifrika watching from Bikeke area, Kitale, Mulamwa's backyard.
That's my village. Yes. Wale wakisikianga niko mahali wanaingia
wakulete chai.
Ile tu ndo nashangaa.
Ama ingo usijali watakuletea.
So that's actually my village. Big up Bikeke, watu wa Kitale wenye wana watch, big up. Your boy made it on TV. Yeah.
We're very proud of you. We're very proud of you. But also, you know what, Mulamwa, pia ulikuwa na throw jabs hapo, ulikuwa na respond to hate zamani before ujitoe social media sa ukarudi. What made you realize, hapa sio lazima nijibu kila mtu?
Because as I said earlier, the more you do something, the more you grow. Kitambo ilikuwa tunachukulia personal kabisa, ukisema kitu about this person unamjibu. So unapata jibu yako inakuja na ile butterfly effect. Because mwenye amekuambia kitu ni mtu mdogo sana, but wewe ukijibu sasa umejibu to millions of people. So hiyo asata inaonekana ni kubwa sana, wana forget whatever triggered the reaction. So unapata unachoma kwa clients, they will not associate with you because sasa wewe umeanza tu kukua wamchomezi. But you should understand that people you should understand that people are very different. Watu waamka vitu tofauti, watu as long as umejipost, wewe umeitisha tu opinions. So ni sawa. So the more you grow into the art, the more you understand different people react differently to different things. Leo hata waamke na tao, upatie kila mtu Kenya tao. Kuna mtu atasema huyu alikula do yetu, ilifaa ikuetuke. Unaona?
So you can't have everyone loving you.
You can't have everyone on the same page with yourself. So ukishakubali hiyo, then you start doing art for yourself, not for people. Mimi nikishoot clip naangalianga hivi, nikishacheka good. Mwenye atacheka mwingine that is collateral. I'm doing it for me, not for you. That's why mtu anasema sisi ndo tumekujenga. Hapana, mbona hujajenga sister yako ama brother yako ama, because haiwezekani. It's because I'm doing things for me. It's me who wakes up. It's me who finds the camera, the location, the casting. It's me doing all that for me. Yes.
Okay. You know,
at some point you also have to acknowledge people who share and you know, ile community too pia build.
Yes.
To some extent,
but mostly mimi I do things for me. Yes. That's why mimi ukini comment hapo nitakwambia mimi sijai kutumia barua ukuje kwa hii page. Sikumbuki wewe.
So like you understand your personality yako kiileta hivyo. Yeah. So this is what they expect from you online.
Yes. Kabisa. That's my personality. That's whom they know out there.
Okay.
Yeah, I do things for myself.
You're a hard hitter.
Clearly.
I mean exactly that. You know, Kasavuli director, she's asking me like, what do you mean? I'm like, that is exactly what I mean. Yeah. Anyway, Aisha.
Yeah.
I know you always say, and I've seen it a lot, like, you know, in your articles or interviews, you say there's nothing you regret that, you know, up to this point in your journey. But you also say every moment you've had in the industry is quite prolific. Lakini kuna hiyo kitu tu moja ukiangalia nyuma ukasema, aki God, like if there's anything that I ever look back at, this is the one thing I am so proud of for myself. Kuna show, kuna incident, kuna interview. Any like with your bosses, anything could be anything.
So the good thing is that, like with each and every space and each and every opportunity I've gotten and each different show I've gotten, to be honest, ni Mungu amenifungulia. Like taking the leap of faith and going to and walking into my first show ever. Manake huku kwingine nimekuwa two guest hosts, right? But then just like Catherine taking a chance on me and giving me a whole morning show. I'm always grateful for that because that opened doors for Maisha Magic. They came calling. I didn't apply anywhere. They came calling. K24 came calling as well. Milele came calling. So to be honest, for all the platforms, I'm truly grateful that someone somewhere spotted me and took a chance on me and gave me that opportunity.
I see.
Yeah.
And with that, we can drop the mic for this moment. We're taking a short break. We'll be back with more. Stay with us.
Do we dance?
We dance.
Have you watched K24? We would love to hear from you. Send us your feedback on what you like and what